Hello everyone, welcome to the first video after the Christmas holidays. I hope that you have enjoyed the Christmas and yeah, that you have of course spent some time with the families and not just working the whole time and looking at the screens for some charts. So now we are back of course and let's see what happened with Bitcoin during of course at that time. Now before the Christmas we said that we might range the whole time in this area because of course the market will be slow and closed during those holidays, and this is exactly what happened. Now of course we got some signals for what's coming next, and of course let's start with it. I'm gonna start here on the daily chart where we have a 1 2 1 2 1 2, so triple 1 2s. We have finished our wave 3 in the orange scenario, and then for an F5 where we have finished of course the wave 5 with high volume, and your wave 3 already finished with higher volume than your wave 5. And this kind of like confirmation of a finished impulse here for the orange labels of course, and we are probably still looking for another 1 2 1 2 as a 4 5 4 5. And in that case scenario, I would like to consider that, of course, our wave 4 might not be finished yet. And that means we are still in the same big scenario, which is a corrective scenario where we have an A, a B, and a C probably, or W, even X and Y. And this wave Y can be, of course, a kind of like a zigzag, or it can be an impulse towards the downside. Now, preferably, we said before that the fib levels are taken, of course, from the wave A for an expanding flat can reach at least the 89,985. And that is only the uncommon target for a wave C in an expanding flat. If we have the common target, which is 1.618, it can reach the 87,229. And in that way, of course, it might, of course, finish in kind of like a zigzag probably, or in case, of course, we are impulsive, therefore, of course, we are looking for even lower than this, and something else might be unfolding, but preferably that we don't get a lower than this. In that case, of course, we might finish in kind of a flat, a WXY, it doesn't matter, but this price action or this area should not be broken, of course, less than 87,200. Less than this, definitely we have started to consider something else is unfolding. If we break this support, which is technically even very, very strong, should be, where we have, of course, here, as you can see, a support. If we break it, that is not a good signal because all of that can be broken very, very easily towards the downside. So by all means, if we break this level, this is gonna be, yeah, like a knife getting through a butter, right? It's gonna be very fast and very impulsive. And then we have to consider that this might be your 1 2 and then probably, yeah, a 1 2 and then 3 4 5, where we probably have topped even here. Of course, we have to reanalyze how this is gonna unfold, but yeah, the things are not very, very easy in case, of course, we break this 87,000. So very, very important to watch this. Now, of course, also it could be that we're gonna finish this wave C for an expanding flat in a kind of a contracting diagonal or ending diagonal as A, B, and a C. So this is actually my highest possibility to finish this wave C as contracting diagonal A B, sorry, 1 2 3 4 5, and then finishing A B C. Yeah, so that would be the perfect scenario, of course, to finish this correction and not getting, of course, lower than 1.618. Now, of course, in that case, in case we break this, I would like to remind you guys with a scenario where we have finished our bull run. So I'm going back to it for 1 minute. But before going to this, I would like to mention as well that the time required to finish a wave 4 here is still, of course, very, very normal. And that means the time taken for a wave 2 here to unfold is still almost not yet reached the double time for a wave 4. And that is perfect in term of Elliott wave theory, right? A wave 4 need a double time of your wave 2 in yellow, right? Because we are in the yellow scenario for wave 4 as well. So by all means here, I think that we are still, of course, very normal ranging inside this time frame here, and to reach the wave 4, even at least to get onto the double time for a wave 2. Now let's go to the bearish scenario that we saw before, where we have, of course, said that we might have finished, right, a bull run where we have topped already here. Now, in case that we have topped somehow here, it can finish probably even in different way, like a contracting or expanding diagonal, which is very rare, to be honest. In case it is an expanding diagonal, this is it has like 1% chance to happen, or 2% chance to happen, to have an expanding diagonal finished in the wave 5 here. And if that really happened like this, therefore we are looking here to an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that only if we break the $87,000 for Bitcoin. And by all means, if we break exactly this support, which we have exactly technically here. If we break it, guys, then of course, yeah, we're gonna slice through this very easily. So this is the only scenario bearish where we have finished a bull run here, and yeah, our signal can be the 80,000, 87,000 broken. If this is broken, then yes, we have to start to consider we have finished the bull run, guys. Yeah, so this is regarding the daily, guys. The 1 hour chart, if we go to the 1 hour chart here, we can see that, yeah, it was not finished as an impulse here. So therefore, it might still be corrective, as we said, if we bring this back here. As you can see, we have our ABC here, this correction. To see it closer, we have 3 waves down, 3 waves up, right? Finishing a wave B. And your wave C might be finishing in kind of a contracting diagonal, as we said, which is highest possibility, where you probably have a zigzag here, another zigzag for your wave 2, and then, of course, another zigzag for your wave 3, 4, and, of course, zigzag for your wave 5, but preferably that we don't, of course, reach lower than 87, guys. 87,000 is a very critical price to be watched. Now, if we go a little bit much closer, let's go in exactly here to see what happened. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. Now your wave 4, okay, it's fine, but your wave 5 is not there. It's not impulsive. It doesn't look nice. So, yeah, probably this is your ABC, another zigzag here for your wave 3, probably. But yeah, preferably that we dive deeper, yeah, because yeah, in that case, we would like to have 1, 2, 3, of course, lower than this one. And by all means, here I need to bring also for this scenario some trend like this as contracting diagonal towards the downside. Now, this has been made, the contracting diagonal towards the upside was made, of course, before. It is still it's still working somehow because we have touched the 0.886, by the way. And I mentioned on Discord for the member that, yeah, we touch the 886, we're gonna take the low. And in that case scenario, we might still take it. Yeah, so highest possibility is to take this low. However, if we are in diagonal, because diagonal wave 2 can be an 886, very normal, as 1, 2, 3, now your wave 3 took the high, which is kind of like, yeah, very tricky, 4 and a 5 then. Yeah, so that might be still bullish scenario maybe. And then, yeah, considering that this is your wave 1 and then 2, but this still need time to prove itself, right? This scenario still need time to prove itself. Now, as we can see that we have some weakness also on KGT. We can see here on the 3-minute chart, there is no divergence. There is some signal here, but there is no divergence or bullish divergence, I would say, in the last 2 bullish signal. As you can see, higher CVD, which is already invalidated. While we have, of course, lower CVD for the bearish. You can see here the last 2 bearish with a sell signal as well, by the way. And yeah, it is towards the downside, while the top here of the signal is as well converging towards the downside with the top of the signal. So therefore, higher possibility, of course, for lower prices, guys. We did not finish yet a correction until, of course, we see some strength and we finish this correction very nicely. So that was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.